Are you ready?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, we're going.
We're with the Southern Appalachia Railway Museum, and these are our cars.
Okay.
And so David hires us to come up here and do the employees and executives and things like that. And then on Sunday, he's very kind to give us the track to ride our family and friends. So he's very, very wonderful man.
Today we're taking a ride on the Southern Appalachia Railway Museum's Clinchfield 800. We boarded on the Fort Mitchell 391, a combo baggage and coach car built in 1947. We'll be making our way forward to the Southern 829, a former Southern Railway chair car built by the Budd Company in 1948. And here's the door to our coach. It's roomy and comfortable. The start was so smooth I didn't realize we had started moving until I noticed the hoppers going by. Traveling eastward, we've passed the I-40 overpass and are going through what used to be the Renfro coal mining community. This is the Northern Pacific dining car built in 1958, and the next car forward is a boxcar that houses a generator that powers the trailing cars. There were still some fall colors left in this view from the Southern Railway baggage car 543. This car was built by the St. Louis Car Company in 1942. We make our way to the rear of the train and pass through the Fort Mitchell combo car and into the Bay Biscayne, a Florida East Coast tavern lounge and observation car built in 1939 by the Budd Company. For this trip, it included a barista serving up gourmet coffee.
There's no way to say no. Wait a minute. There's hardly any eyes.
Listen close and you can hear the engineer playing jingle bells. Milepost 147 is just before the Little Rock Branch Bridge. And still to come, the Millstone Creek Bridge, which we'll see on the ride back, and a stop at the Daysville Road crossing for a photo op. Here's a door out of the kitchen, and while it's not fully functional yet, it boasts everything you would need to prepare just about anything, including a grill, oven, and refrigeration. We've just passed the Ozone Falls area and are in the middle of the Ozone Road crossing. Next will be a stop at Daysville Road. A lot of rail fans were there ready to catch the 800 in action. I've seen from their YouTube posts that Blue Ridge Rail, Unstoppable Rail Fan, and the Backwards Bolt managed catches here. Sorry if I missed anyone. The Daysville community was once a commercial center, but just like so many towns and cities that depended on the mining and timber industries, the town of Daysville is now just a page in history. The spur that began here was active from 1905 to 1930 and served the communities of Waldensia and Millstone. Leading the way, the Clinchfield 800, built by the Electromotive Division of General Motors in 1948 as a Model F3. It was the first diesel locomotive for the Clinchfield Railroad. The trailing cars include a generator boxcar, the Northern Pacific 8552 dining car, the Southern 829, the Southern Baggage 543, Fort Mitchell Combo 391, and the Bay Biscayne. With passengers loaded, we're on the move again. It's not much further to the Piney Creek Bridge, and I'll admit, I'm a little nervous. It's the highest trestle on the line, and I'm very anxious of heights. The Westall Road crossing is coming up as we see some maintenance equipment in a siding and more rail fans at the crossing. It's quite a rare event to see anything other than LHoist locomotives on this line, so it's quite a happening. From here, you're about 3 miles from Interstate 40 and 1.5 miles from what will be the entrance to Flat Rock Motorsports Park, a development that will feature a membership racing track and is expected to draw sanctioning bodies like IndyCar. The 2023 Indy 500 winner Joseph Newgarden recently visited the construction site. The latest news says the membership track will be open in 2024 with the full circuit complete in 2025. The community of Westall is on the eastern edge of the Cumberland Plateau. Here's the part I was dreading and anticipating at the same time. While not the longest, the Piney Creek Bridge is the tallest on the line between Crab Orchard and Rockwood. It's also the boundary between Cumberland and Roane counties, so as we cross, we'll also be crossing into Roane County. The Piney Creek Trestle is 600 feet long. It looks like I was hanging out the window, right? But I was actually holding the camera on a gimbal while standing at least 2 feet inside. That's why the camera jerks just as we get onto the trestle. I wasn't able to control the camera very well. Piney Creek down below, it's very dry, so there's not a lot of water. The excursion was originally set to go to Big Gulch, an area east of Mount Roosevelt, but due to a track defect in the tunnel at Mount Roosevelt Gap, we stopped just short of the tunnel. I didn't realize that the LHoist LNAX 5206 was on the way to lash up and take us back, so I missed that bit of action. It was still enjoyable to sit and take in the experience. On the way back, we'll catch the view from the left side this time. That's Highway 70. It was the first Tennessee state road to span from Bristol to Memphis. And while it's still well traveled, most through traffic uses Interstate 40, which at times can be seen from the track. Unfortunately, I didn't get any shots of the interstate today. Once again, I'm using a stick to poke the camera out as we go back over Piney Creek and back into Cumberland County. Passing the Daysville Road crossing, there are still several rail fans hoping to catch the perfect shot. I'm heading up now to take a look out of the baggage car as we pass through the jagged rock face that was cut to build the rail. I'm not sure why some of the rock appears to be a man-made retaining wall. If anyone knows why it was built like that, please leave a comment. This is the Flat Rock Creek Bridge at milepost 147.83. It's a 541-foot long open deck trestle. And this is the Millstone Creek Bridge. Travelers along Interstate 40 may have noticed it as it's visible from there most of the year. It's a 930-foot mixed-span open-deck bridge and is the longest on the line. We're back to the Ozone Crossing and looking down on the overflow parking for visitors to Ozone Falls. Ozone Falls is a waterfall located in the Ozone Falls State Natural Area and Cumberland Trail State Park. It's situated along Fall Creek, which drains a short section of the Cumberland Plateau between the Crab Orchard Mountains to the west and Walden Ridge to the east. I can't find a name for the creek below, but it eventually flows into Burks Creek. It's an excellent spot for rail fans to pull off and take a picture or video. I'm going to the back of the train to take a look at the LHoist 5206. It's a GP38-2 that was originally built for Southern Railway in 1977. LHoist retained the southern design of a high short hood. Well, the ride is almost over as we pass Renfro Hollow Lane. Please subscribe and tap the like button, and be sure to share with family and friends. And thanks to the Southern Appalachia Railway Museum, Scott and Myra Lindsay, Brian Smith, and Kevin Centers. For more information about the museum, visit sarmrail.org. Thank you as well to the LHoist North America Crab Orchard Division and David Hatfield. And thank you for watching.